Well, hello, 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 hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I don't know where. It's been a minute. It's been a while. It's been a while. Hold up. Well, hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending what time you are interacting with this information. All right. Well, depending what time you are listening to this, it's been a minute since the first part of this series that I've done, and it's been a while. It's been a little bit longer since I did the fourth part too. So this is the last part. I was supposed to be consistent, but life be life, and that's not an excuse. That's not me problem. But people hate being told what to do. Part five: Why guidance get ignored. All right, this is part five, final part of this series. People hate being told what to do. In part one, we talked about emotional rejection. We talked about ego, tone, and timing. In part three, we talked about misunderstanding and human nature. Part four, we talked about, when helping backfires. And here we are now, five, because this is 10. Part five, right? And why guidance get ignored. And here's the truth. Sometimes guidance in it is not ignored because it's wrong, is ignored because people aren't ready to receive it. People are not ready to hear what you're saying. And there's a difference between hearing something and being open to it. And sometimes we got to know that part. There's a difference between hearing something and being open. Ugh, and being open to it. And someone can hear you, and someone can could hear your words perfectly and still won't accept them because acceptance requires something much deeper, something deeper. It requires humility, openness, and sometimes timing in life. And all of these things don't always line up when you want them. And other reasons guidance get ignored is that people trust experience more than instruction. You might say be careful, but if they haven't experienced the consequences yet, your warning can feel like an opinion instead of truth. And that's why sometimes we say it's better for somebody to deal with something in order for them to understand it. And somebody has to be in a situation in order for them to understand it. Because sometimes people, you could talk your ear off if they're not ready for the truth. If they're not ready for it. They're having, they're just gonna feel like an opinion instead of the truth. And sometimes people, we all do it too. We need to go through something before we fully understand it. And that's why you hear people reply, I know, but I'm still going to try it my way. Not always because they're stubborn, it's because they want that self ownership, they want that independency to feel like, they're in control of their life. It's not it's not nothing against you or anything like that. It's just people want to, have an autonomy. Okay? And that's all it is sometimes, just having an autonomy. And people want to feel in control of their own decisions, in their own outcome. Even the guidance is helpful, it can feel like someone is taking control away from them. And all right, so rejecting advice becomes a way of saying, "This is my life, my choice." Not because the advice is bad, not because you know what you're saying is wrong, but independency matters. People don't want to feel like they're being controlled, and that's why sometimes, most of the time, most people reject advices. And there's something also people miss all the time: timing in life. Because sometimes, whenever you're giving somebody advice, does not mean he aligned with where they're at mentally. And who's calling me right now? Right? It does not mean he aligns with he aligns with them mentally. I don't know why I can't speak today, but here we are. And some advice can be rejected today and understood years later. So sometimes in the future it could be understood. Tell someone, you might tell someone something today, but you may not. You may, Lord have mercy. Let me take a deep breath because I feel like I'm speaking too fast and I can't. Let me catch my breath. Okay. Some advice can be rejected today, but understood years from now. You might tell someone something now, and it may not land. But later, after they have them experiencing it, after mistakes, after growth, that same message will click in. Not because you said it differently, it's just because they have changed. They're in a different time mentally. They are in a different setting mentally. They're not the same who they were when they first heard your, you know, your guidance. And that's not up to you. That's up, that's them. It's not a you problem. But you could still give people advice. So what does that mean? It means you can offer guidance, but you cannot force understanding. You can share perspective, but you cannot share experience. All right? You can share insight, but people still have to choose when and if they accept it. People, okay, see, people still have to choose what to accept and how much of it. And sometimes the best thing, what am I doing? And sometimes the best thing you can do is simply just plant the idea, plant the seed, you know, give them something to think about and just let it sit there. Let life bring them back. Let life teach them. Because sometimes we care about people so much that we want to see them go through life peacefully. We want them to go through life the way we want them to go through life because we don't want them to struggle. We care about people sometimes that we forget that they need to do their own thing too. And why is my lights keep turning off? Excuse me. Well, I guess I'm having a malfunction, but we're still going. What was I saying? But yes, sometimes people have to, you have to let people experience life and let life bring them back. And that's it. It's not nothing hard, not nothing crazy, not nothing complicated. It's just that you could say something. If a person is not ready for it, you cannot make them understand it. You cannot make them accept it. They have to experience it. They have to see it in their own way. They have to be in the right set of mind to accept what you're trying to advise them. Okay, and people don't always reject guidance because they're stubborn. People reject guidance because sometimes it's about ego, it's about tone, okay, misunderstanding, and sometimes just helping backs up, and that's it. Really, people, if they're not ready for something, they're not ready for it. People, they just not, they aren't just ready. And if you are the one who's throwing the advice and the carrying the message out there, sometimes you have to be a little patient too, because we care about people so much to the point where we forget to watch ourselves and set our boundaries, and we tend to be overly involved in people's lives, and we forget. Just because we care don't mean they're ready for the information, if that makes sense to you. So if you're following the series, I appreciate you. Okay, let me ask you a question. Which part of the series you enjoyed the most? Which part of it hit you the most? The part 1, part 2, 3, 4, or part 5? So let me know in the comments. Conversation is the point of this, all right? Appreciate you being there. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much.